While Canada's largest city is known for exerting a great deal of influence across all categories of society and culture, many say that Toronto's strongest suit is its culinary scene. Join Viewcation as we take a look at some of the best dining establishments in what is arguably one of Canada's finest cities. These are the best restaurants in Toronto, Canada. Avelo. With its warm and inviting atmosphere, excellent service, and creative menu, Avelo is a plant-based dining establishment that even the most carnivorous of foodies can get behind. It's located in a classic Victorian townhouse and offers a vegan menu that's both fun and inventive while lacking a pretentious vibe. Avelo's menu changes on the daily depending on the seasonal availability of ingredients and whatever specials are being featured at the time. You can find featured ingredients like dairy-free cheeses, sautéed root vegetables, and savory mushrooms, adding a hefty dose of flavor, color, and texture to Avelo's award-winning menu items. The mushroom ravioli in truffled cauliflower sauce that we tried was exquisite, as was the zucchini caponata. The restaurant likewise features one of the best vegan-friendly drink menus in the city. Kiin. Owned by chefs Nui Regular and Jeff Regular, Kiin is one of the premier Thai restaurants in Toronto, if not the world. Everything featured on the menu, as well as the presentation, is on point. The attention to detail is exquisite, and you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who's had an unfavorable experience dining here. Kiin only uses the freshest seasonal ingredients to artfully craft dishes that are every bit as flavorful, complex, and delicate as they are in regard to their beautiful presentation. Their Yum Tua Plu, a dish perfect for sharing, features wing beans, chili shrimp paste, toasted coconut, soft-boiled duck eggs, and peanuts, and it's an explosion of flavor, textures, and colors. The equally delectable crab curry with wild betel leaves is also stellar. Canoe Restaurant and Bar. Hands down, Canoe offers the best view of Toronto aside from the CN Tower, but the atmosphere is just one of its many strengths. The food here is every bit as good as its setting. While looking off into the Toronto skyline, watching planes landing at City Airport, you can enjoy an adventurous, bold, and surprising menu of flavors that are birthed from a wide range of unique ingredients sourced from throughout Canada. The foie gras hails from Quebec, while they source their fresh fish straight from the Pacific. All of their produce, meats, and dairy are also sourced from in and around Ontario. We recommend starting your meal off with the Ontario burrata, served with birch pickled cucumbers and crunchy nutty prairie seeds. The foie gras with pink peppercorn, rhubarb, and sumac meringue, also to die for. For your main, consider ordering the tea-smoked duck breast with a duck liver mousse, poached Niagara pear, and parsnips. Richmond Station. This elegant neighborhood restaurant offers a menu that, while being a bit on the shorter side, features dishes that are creative, flavor-rich, and unpretentious. If you're not sure what you should order, consider the tasting menu designed by Top Chef Canada winner Karl Heinrich. The tasting menu is appropriately billed as "Let us cook for you," and it's a no-brainer choice if you're wanting to see the full range of what Richmond Station has to offer. Pinky's Ca Phe. Sitting inside an old converted house on the first floor, Pinky's offers diners an exciting and unforgettable take on Vietnamese cuisine. To start off your dining experience, you can opt to try the lightly fried banh chio. These savory crepes are stuffed with broccoli and are sure to leave you wanting more. We also highly recommend Pinky's mouth-wateringly delicious tiger's milk ceviche, which is served with scallops, surf clams, yellowfin tuna, cilantro, chilies, tom yum spices, and coconut milk. The pho beef dip you dip I dip is not only humorously named, but also worth writing home about. It consists of a torch-roasted banh mi cheesesteak with thinly sliced brisket, Asiago cheese, hoisin sauce, sriracha, and cilantro, served alongside a bowl of pho for dipping purposes. Oji Seichi. While ramen normally is seen as a fairly straightforward dish, Oji Seichi has managed to deliver a sensational and innovative take on the classic offering. Chef Mitch Bates is famous around Toronto for his other establishments like Grey Gardens and Momofuku, and once again, he's hit a home run with this cozy little space located in Toronto's East Chinatown borough. Chef Bates' take on the beloved brothy noodle dish is one that is sure to please even the most scrupulous of ramen aficionados. While the ramen takes center stage, there's also a fairly fabulous selection of other menu items on offer as well. For dessert, try the koso kasu pie. One bite and you'll forget about whatever woes life might be throwing at you. Grey Gardens. This restaurant is vintage without feeling too stuffy. Some of the menu standouts include the dry-aged Peking duck breast served on a bed of duck-fried rice and homemade sauerkraut, as well as the sweet shrimp with compressed watermelon radishes. Keep in mind, if you're hoping to enjoy dinner here with a friend, you'll need to make reservations. Otherwise, you can always stop in for a glass of rare sauternes and a light snack without having to be put on a long waiting list. Sotto Sotto. The Italian fare featured at Sotto Sotto is both filling and incredibly flavorful. But it's been said being in this restaurant is more important than actually eating there. That sentiment is something we can attest to, as the atmosphere is phenomenal and the culture of service is quite impressive. But for those who are okay with simpler dishes, their seafood risotto is clearly one of their best offerings. It takes about 40 minutes or so to prepare, and it's nothing short of extraordinary. Their wine list, comprised largely of Tuscans, as well as a few bubbly Franciacortas, is likewise pretty awe-inspiring, albeit a bit on the pricier side. A great time to visit is during the Toronto International Film Festival in the first half of September. You might end up getting seated next to one of your favorite movie stars. Avelo. Situated on the corner of Spadina and Queen Streets, this restaurant comes to you from the ingenious mind of Chef Patrick Chris. His restaurant is located on the 3rd floor of a historic Victorian building that is neither posh nor especially interesting to look at first glance. But ever since Chef Chris opened this unassuming spot in 2015, he's been delivering high-concept, French-inspired cuisine that is certain to enliven your senses and tickle your taste buds. Within no time, Avelo began topping critics from all over the world's lists of the best restaurants in Toronto. The menu changes throughout the seasons, but some of the items you'll likely encounter include Hokkaido sea urchin with fennel, yuzu, and wasabi, and month-long dry-aged rack of lamb. Le Select Bistro. This beloved Parisian Toronto restaurant offers typical French bistro-style fare that's artfully prepared and presented. While the menu frequently changes, expect to see dishes like steak frite, omelets, bouillabaisse, and fried mussels, all cooked to perfection. Our favorite offering is the croque madame. Despite being on the completely opposite side of the globe, it rivals anything you'd find in Paris. Louix Louis. Located on the 31st floor of the renowned St. Regis Toronto Luxury Hotel and Spa, this restaurant offers a winning combination of excellent views and scrumptious eats. The restaurant's 2-story-high grand bar draws inspiration from Toronto's heritage as a significant distillery district during the early 19th century. You'll find a collection of more than 500 dark spirits, which happens to be one of the largest assemblages of such libations in North America. The restaurant further features a 60-foot ceiling mural painted by esteemed local artist Madison Von Riju that's titled Bouquet of Whiskey. Louix Louis offers a fabulous royal brunch that includes items like lobster avocado toast, crepes, filet mignon, and poached eggs. You can also try an awesome 13-layer chocolate cake that'll make you forget about anything else. Pukka. Chef Dinesh Butola delivers a refined yet casual take on traditional Indian cuisine that includes inventive reimaginings of dishes like slow-braised beef short ribs served with cardamom, cloves, and cumin, as well as thinly sliced paneer with shiitake mushrooms, pistachio, and spinach. Pukka's extensive menu of British desserts includes standouts like sticky coffee pudding. This ooey-gooey mountain of sweet and flavorful starches is accentuated with flavors like chai and caramel. Drink-wise, Pukka is proud to present you with a wine list that includes an astounding collection of relatively affordable priced bottles that complement the rich and bold flavors featured on the menu. Now it's time to hear from you. What are your favorite restaurants in Toronto? Let us know in the comments section below.